Hey friends, today I'm here to do a review. I want to just talk to you guys about Occultic 9 Volume 2 by Shikura Chiyomaru. Yes, I really should look at the titles of the authors before I start speaking, but I never learn. I never learn. This is also a lot more exciting to film than, or not more exciting, this is a lot easier to film the last video I did because the last one was my Sakura Theories Part 2, and I didn't have a prop, and it's much easier to film if you're like holding something. It makes you feel a lot less awkward with your hands. But that's enough preamble, which has nothing to do with this. Let's just get right into this review. This volume picks up immediately where the first volume left off, and there's going to be some spoilers for the first volume, so if you haven't read that and you care about that, don't watch this video until you've read the first volume. But it picks up right after the end of that, where Yuta Gamon has stolen the tooth from the dead dude, whose name escapes me right now, and I didn't write it down on my script, but I should have done, but I didn't. He's stolen the dead guy's tooth, and now he's just going all crazy trying to figure out what the tooth is for, and things have just sort of like devolved from there. This volume was way better than the first one. I felt like there was a lot more stuff happening because you know a lot of these characters now. It's not really focused so much on developing these characters because these characters are already like beginning, or they're already sort of developed, so they're just kind of like advancing in little bits. Most of them don't get advanced, but like Ryotasu. Yes, Ryotasu. Ryoka Narusawa, basically. She just continues to get treated as a giant boob monster person in this book, and I think that's just going to be her character throughout the whole series, and that's just going to be a gripe that I have about it the whole time. But I mean, the fact that she's not a super well developed character isn't going to ruin this whole series for me. It's just going to irritate me the whole time, but I'll get past it. This particular volume introduces the new character perspective of Kiryu Kusakabe, who wasn't even mentioned by name in the first book, and you only get one chapter from his point of view, but it explains a lot of stuff about Arya Kurinaino, basically what's happening with her and her devil sort of thing. So like that was really cool to figure out. It explains some stuff later on. He never gets another perspective, it's just that one perspective, but it was kind of a really interesting perspective, maybe because it was just the newest one and it answers a bunch of questions. I thought it was really interesting, but like it was still good. This volume is a lot darker than the previous one, because since the characters are already developed, it just kind of like gets further into Yuta Gamon's sort of like, not really descend into madness, but he is not coping very well with the fact that he just found a dead body and is stressed out that everyone thinks that he's now the murderer of said dead body, but he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. But he's just very stressed out and everything's just kind of going crazy. There's some other things happening with other characters where everyone's just kind of like upset and worried, and the last couple chapters of this book just take things to an incredible level that I just was not quite expecting. It got super dark, and I desperately need volume 3 because this volume ends on a hell of a cliffhanger, and I know that volume 3 isn't published for another couple months, and I need it. I need to know what is going on because I just don't understand, and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, otherwise, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because I really enjoyed it, and I think that means I gave, or no, that doesn't mean, but I do believe that I gave the series as a whole so far 8 out of 10, because like this book is great. The first one stumbles quite a bit and is kind of dull in spots, but like it picks up and it continues to get better, and yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this volume. I really enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you're interested in this series or what you thought of it so far. Please don't spoil anything that happens after this because I haven't watched the anime and I know whatever. I got links to my Twitter, my Instagram, and my anime list profiles down in the description below if you want to follow me on any of those. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a like and a subscribe because that just helps me and makes me feel good and validated as a person. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Bye!